they created a company. You know how the NBA has the NBA and then they have the D League, right? And you know the NFL, they have their level as well. What if they started a business specifically for homeless people to work there? So they got these homeless, and again, it's a screening process. I know some of y'all saying, well, some of these homeless people, they drunks. Some of these homeless people is on drugs. All right, that may be true, right? Just like there's some people working at your job, working with your company that are alcoholics, drunks, and doing drugs every day, right? Homeless people ain't no different, right? So create a company, a streaming company, and only this company gets to sell it. And this is ran by homeless people. Of course, there's a development process. There's a training process, just like any other company. This ain't no fly-by-night company. It's a real company, right? But it's ran by homeless people, right? And they train them. As a matter of fact, y'all could bring me in. I just said you could bring me in and we can train them up, to run the business the way that you guys want to run it. What are you doing with that music anyway? We could take it to almost anything. We could say poetry. Can you imagine having some of Jay-Z's unheard tracks, but you can't get it from a streaming service? You can't listen to it on iHeartRadio. You can't listen to it on Spotify. You can only stream it with this company, and this is ran by homeless people. And it's just charity. They're just giving. As artists, they're just giving away the stuff that they know they're not going to use. And artists have millions of that stuff, especially the good artists. Because artists are creating nonstop. When you're in that music industry, and if you're an artistry, even comedians, give some comedians got some uncut stuff that you've never put out there. You have that footage that you've never put out there. Like, what if you gave that to charity? Like, you gave this to this foundation, right? Just a 5-minute comedy clip of like a Dave Chappelle or like Eddie Murphy. Or what if there's some Richard Pryor? What if the estate of Richard Pryor has some old footage of him that hasn't been seen by anybody, right? You give it to this company and you let them only have it exclusively. The customer service department, homeless people that have been screened, of course, right? And they have to be qualified, right? There's a screening process, but we got homeless people all across every city and every state here in the United States. That's just an idea of what I would do if I was Jay-Z, right? I would start with all the people that have foundations specifically for homelessness. Again, that from off what I know, Tyler Perry and Kobe Bryant. Like, call them up like, yo, I have this idea that we can employ some more homeless people, right? We can get more homeless people off the streets. Man, could you imagine that? I'm talking about, imagine Whitney Houston her estate has some music that they probably never going to put out. They don't know what to do with it, right? So if, artists, if you had something for 10 or more years, man, what if it was even 20 years, right? The Isley Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Michael Bolton, you know what I'm saying? Sheryl Crow, is that her name? Like, all these artists, Eminem, right? Taylor Swift. Man, imagine if the tracks that they did not use, they haven't used in more than 10 years, they know they're not going to use. It could be a just snippet. I know if I know for a fact, if Jay-Z put some music, if an artist like Jay-Z put some music into a foundation like this, I know I would definitely support that foundation. Because I'm a big fan of certain artists. And certain artists, I have to have their music. I know I went on a little rant, but that was actually a really great question. And I'm glad I got to answer it. This is your boy, Billionaire Brown. Check me out if you want more of my type of videos. You can catch us on youtube.com/Billionaire Brown online. And other than that, continue to be.